Hey there, this is the American Mutt, and also a member of the Holy Spirit of Humanity, plus a independent. Now, I don't always do political. I am a big science nut. I love science. I love math. So science and math kind of go side by side. But there's different YouTubers out there that I send messages to different things because I appreciate their work. And they're geniuses. There's a lot of really, really smart people on the internet, on YouTube even. So I promote them when I see them in my new YouTube channel. I've learned a lot from different content creators. Like, I'm not a writer, I'm not planning on being a writer, but writers have great imaginations, and imagination and science are side by side. You have to have an imagination to understand science. Nikola Tesla would have told you that, one of my idols. But I like Foundry. They're a YouTube channel. The kid's smart. He does a lot about fantasy and about writing and things like that. I'd advise checking him out. Common Sense Skeptic. Thunderfoot. There's a YouTuber out there named Dialect. Dialect. I'd love to meet this man because him and me could do great things. And I will find him sooner or later, or he'll find me, one or the other. Because I seek intelligent people. Sabrina Hoffenser, I'm sorry if I say her name wrong. I learned, or relearned, got reminded about atomic structure and things like that, atoms, neutrons, protons, quarks, and all sorts of good stuff. Because I worship life. And to me, an atom is alive. So, see, I look at life, I'm not the guy that looks outside the box. I want to know what the box is made of. Okay? Once I know what it's made of, then I know what I'm looking for. Like one of the theories that space is empty. And I believe that would be a BS theory. Now, I believe space is not empty because gravity itself travels through space. Our solar system is held together by the sun's gravity. You think there's empty spaces in there? There is not. Sorry if the dogs bark. They're in a playful mood. Matter of fact, I think I'll send them outside. But space is not empty, and that's a theory I want to end. That people, space is empty. Because I believe that if we work together as humans, increase our intelligence, quit blowing stuff up, and build a human race, we can boldly go where no human has probably gone before. And I'll add probably because I don't know. I can't see the past. I can't see where humans came from. I'm just going by what I'm taught or what I have for my access to science. But to me, gravity is what fills the empty space. Our Milky Way spins because of gravity. Is there empty space in the Milky Way? Like black holes, that's another one. We know they exist. How do we know that they're absorbing stuff and not pushing out gravity? Can you see gravity? Show me a picture of gravity, what a graviton looks like. No? Kind of weird. But space is empty? Yeah, I don't believe space is empty. See, to my form of witchcraft, okay? I'm going to do it that way. That way I don't upset Wiccans and all that. My form. We understand the atomics. We look and understand that we are made from atoms. We understand that each atom does its own thing. But we also understand that atoms from a cow is the same atoms in a human, same atoms in a rock, same atoms in a tree, same atoms in gravity, or a type of. I think gravity is more of a frequency, so maybe not that comparison. But it helps hold us together. People don't understand. If we didn't have gravity, the universe would implode on itself. The universe wouldn't exist. It couldn't exist. You need gravity like helium in a balloon to blow it out, to create. So gravity is everywhere. But scientists won't look at it that way because they can't imagine it. See, like another one, us witches. We are big in astrology. Now, to me, when planets align, it's not a spiritual thing. It's a huge amount of gravity in one row pulling in one direction. So all pulling from the sun towards that one direction. So you may end up with really warm days. Your global warming, what they tell you, but it's actually gravitational pull pulling heat from the sun on certain days. If you look up when planets align, the Earth gets a little warmer. And that's where imagination comes in. You got to understand how, if the solar system rotates, then that is gravity holding it all together. And we spin around inside the Milky Way, or the outside of the Milky Way, which we are being held together by gravity. And even where you see in space the different universes that are apart, which you can't really actually judge because you don't really know how big or little the universes are. We look at space the wrong way. It's a unique beast that we don't look at the right way because most people never think every star, everything you see, even on the moon, is always in the past. Okay? Now let me help you with this theory. And it's not a theory, it's actually can be proven easily. Okay, so it's not a theory. This is evidence. When you see something, it takes time. Let me show you what I mean. I see this ball. This is the dog's ball. I see this ball. The ball already exists for me to see it. The ball has already happened, and time's the same way. When you look at anything, it already happened. You can never technically see the future because it takes time for the object to enter the brain through the eyes, to go to the brain, and to be processed by the brain. It may take such a minus moment in time, such a I can't even tell. A scientist could tell you how fast the human brain can work, to the best of their knowledge. Figure the speed of light. Okay, we'll go with that. The speed of light would be the best average on the time it takes to observe something. So you can never see the future. If you were there, everything you see already exists. And even if you looked at a video, the fact that when you observed it, it's already in the past. We walk forward, but we always think a few seconds behind. Okay? You can't actually think ahead because the action of thinking takes time. I look at the whole box, what it's made of. But I will go after different theories. There are some, time has to exist for existence to exist. You cannot not have time. It's a definite. Same way with gravity. No matter what, there's going to be a gravity of some sort to hold things together and keep them from not existing. There's a few theories, like feelings itself, or a physical, a wavelength that we don't understand, that moves through the gravity somehow and goes to each other. If you love your child, I hope you do. You look at them, your child knows it. You don't have to say it. They know it. They feel it. That is a physical reaction. Something is happening. Some frequency is moving that causes that to happen. See, being a witch is a weird little world. We look at things in a weird little way. But as a Gen Xer, this is what the internet should have became. We should have been using it to let our children see people. Now, if you're math, dialect. If you're not a math person, you won't understand dialect. It's not being rude. It's just, he's a math nut. But if you want to dabble in science, Sabrina is a great one. She's a smart woman. She's well educated, a real education. And good, down-to-earth, layman term scientist. Neil Gratz, kind of. And Neil Gratz is a very intelligent man, but I'm not sure he always says the whole truth. We'll put it that way. Or doesn't add details that should be involved. So, but nothing against Neil Gratz. I have nothing against the man. Thunderfoot, I like his YouTube. He's very intelligent. I forget what school we went to, but he's a scientist. He's a good one. He's very anti-Elon like I am. So, of course, I appreciate. Same with Common Sense, Skeptic. Moon. There's a YouTuber named Moon, very educated. I don't always agree with him, but he's a very educated. See, we can use the internet to better the world, to move forward, to evolve. The real meaning of life has always been evolve. We evolved to figure out what God is. We evolved to figure out what humanity is. We evolved to figure out what atomic structure is. We evolve. We move forward. But we always think in the past. There's always an equal and opposite reaction. It's a weird little science world. And yes, I do believe in God. I never said God was human. Never even claimed God was even part of this universe. I think God is the universe and everything that is inside of it. And I think we're just kind of God's little scientific experiment to see what we can create. And that's my goal, to create humanity evolving forward, not backwards. So if you're a parent and you see this, check out these YouTubers. Learn yourself. That's the one thing that always got me. Parents want their kids to learn. Why aren't you parents learning with the kids? I mean, you should be able, if the kid can learn it, you should be able to learn it. And if not, maybe you should look into what your kid actually is learning. Because I'm a firm believer, being a Gen X, children are our future. I also believe a mind is a terrible thing to waste. So go check out some of these YouTubers. I'll leave them in the description, the ones I can remember. And start educating yourself and educate other people around you. Because once everybody's properly educated, we'll be able to get rid of my most evil thing, slavery. Can't stand that one. And humans will finally all agree that we're just human. And we all are equal. Be safe. Be strong. You're welcome to join the independent party. Leave the hate at the door. Bring the intelligence to the door. Because only with true intelligence will we ever evolve forward. Now, I have a bunch more theories that I'll throw in every now and then. Such as, I have a belief that Jupiter is actually a planet being grown. Oh yeah, I look at things in a weird way. But to me, perfection would be nightmare. To me, true perfection is the seeking of perfection. to always be a student, not always be a teacher. But you can be both. Educate yourself, educate your kids. And I mean full education. Educate on survival, educate on building, educate. Just use the time and the internet to create a good nest egg inside your head. Because a true nest egg allows you to know that you can survive and help your family survive anything that comes at you. Then every day becomes a challenge, but not a negative challenge. A positive, move forward, evolution of humanity challenge. Be safe, be strong. You're never alone. There are a billion of us humans out there that are trying to figure out this goofy little world just like you. Enjoy my channel. Like, subscribe, and all that. I don't do the Patreon. And if I did ever do any of that pay thing, it will go to two things. The independent party, at least till the election's over, and to the homeless. I will not take that kind of money and give it to people that don't deserve it, including myself, because I don't like money. Not really a big fan of it. It's done a lot of evil. Matter of fact, all evil. So, be safe, be strong. You're never alone.